Well, Pastor, we're in a political climate. There's a lot of hostility. What do I do as a Christian? What do I do? Can I tell you what I do? First of all, what I do is I make sure that I spend time in prayer before I make a decision. If my people which are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, God says, I will hear from heaven and I will heal their land. So what do, Pastor? I'm going to tell you right now. You ready? I look at the candidate. I will look at Joe Biden. I will look at Mr. Trump. And I will look beyond them. Remember, the Bible says God removes the first to establish the second. I look at the second man. I look at that second woman. I look there and I find out then, when I look, what do I need to do before I push the tab, make the vote? I do what 1 Timothy chapter 2 instructs us to do. I exhort you, therefore, that first of all, supplications and prayers and intercession, giving of thanks be made for all men, for kings, those in authority, the presidents, the governors, and all that are in authority, that they may lead a quiet and peaceable life in all godliness and honesty. Ask yourself the question, when you look at those that you're going to vote for, number one, which one of the candidates will further God's will on earth? Which candidate will further God's will on earth? Look at candidate number one. Look at man number two. Look at candidate number one. Look at vice president potential number two. And you ask yourself that question. What are they going to do to further God's will on earth? And then you ask yourself the second question. Will they defend my religious freedom and rights? Matthew chapter 6, verse 10, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. So that's step number one for me. I pray. Step number two, I look at what they're doing and I look at what they bring when it comes to our walk with God. What would Jesus do? And number three, I ask the question, are they displaying godly characteristics and values? My Bible says in Galatians chapter 5, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh and the afflictions thereof. Man, some of these are hard. You look at that individual. You ask yourself the question, do they operate with self-control? Do they show respect to others? Are they given to drunkenness? Are they gentle? Are they quick to quarrel? Are they greedy? Are they well with managing their family? Do they hold to godly truths and values? Are they overbearing? Are they quick-tempered? Are they mere talkers? What do they do when it comes to wisdom? How do they operate? Because wisdom is the principal thing. If you don't get peace about the things that frustrate you, you will live your life in a realm of being disrupted and not walking in the blessing of God. So you got to have peace about who you're going to vote for. Somebody said, Pastor, tell me. No, you pray. You let God tell you what to do. God's will is not for you to be overwhelmed by the circumstances that surround your life. Refuse to live your life in frustration. Refuse to live your life in the realm of not knowing what to do.